minutes away from the best damn heavyweight comeback fight period. Riddick Bowe against Billy Zumbrun, an electric buzzing atmosphere here inside the Grand Ballroom. What's it like backstage, Jay Glazer?
Thanks, Chris. Well, I'm back here in the dressing room. You saw Riddick Bowe earlier, very affable, coming out, playing to the crowd. Not the way it is for Billy Zumbrun. I stuck my head back in his training room a couple of times. Complete silence, just sitting there, hitting the focus mitts. I also had a chance to talk to Joe Goosen, Riddick Bowe's trainer. He's only had 3.5 weeks to work with Riddick. And I said, what's the thing that concerns you most about this comeback fight? And he said, our concern is that he takes a clean hit. He's going to get hit. We know that's going to happen. But a clean shot, that's what we're concerned about. The other thing is, don't expect him to come out and be the Riddick Bowe of old who came out and beat Evander Holyfield. Not going to happen. Instead, he compared it to George Foreman's first couple of fights when he came out of retirement. He said he's going to be very slow, very methodical, and just try to walk Zumbrun down. Back to you guys.
All right, Jay. Also, who are the Niners going to take with the first overall pick?
I'm sorry, I can't tell you that during this. Tony's sitting right there, and I know that he really works for the Dolphins. I can't say that.
Don't worry, we'll get your picks next week on the Best Damn Sports Show period. Time for us to make our predictions for this fight right now. And look, we spent almost an hour with Riddick Bowe this morning. He was affable, he was kind, he was laughing, he was loving life. I think that's enough to get by Billy Zumbrun. I'm not so sure tonight, but I like the former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. A 5th-round TKO this evening. Spider.
I was just thinking, I'm sitting here listening to my champion right here, and I'm thinking, you know, you can't get by with smiles in this game. You just can't do it. I'm going to go with Billy, and I'm thinking Billy maybe in the 5th and 6th round.
Well, I think, you know, Billy has got to come in. He's got to work. He's got to work. He's got to work. But if he gets gun shy, I see Riddick wearing him down because he's 280 pounds. I say 8th round stoppage for Riddick Bowe.
All right, James Toney. Several months ago, you were here at Pechanga Resort and Casino making that ring walk. What is the feeling right now as we are about to check in with the fighters? First of all, Billy Zumbrun. There you see him, 18-5-1. He's actually going after his master's degree in educational counseling. What's going through his brain right now?
Right now, he's like, man, I'm going into the biggest fight of my life. I can't fail, you know? So he's excited. He's fighting Riddick Bowe. He's fighting in front of a live national TV audience. So, you know, he don't want to let people down. So he's excited.
Well, you know he's a fighter. He's coming in with Bob Marley.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. I love that. Come on in, Billy.
You know, Sal, he is a youth corrections officer.
Right.
So just in case there's any trouble with you tonight,
so
we might have to, yeah.
I done been to Spofford before. That's why I learned how to talk and play basketball. That wasn't the place I wanted to be.
Hey, look, this man is definitely in shape. A chiseled 227 pounds. Who cares if he's given up about 5 inches to the former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world? He seems primed and ready for an upset, at least that is according to John Spider Sally. And here he comes, the man of the hour. His first televised fight in more than 8 years. The former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Riddick Bowe. What do you see, lights out?
Well, I see right there, man. He's coming back. He's living for the moment. He's living for the moment. He can't wait to get his stand to a cheeseburger.
Uh-oh. Hey, wait.
I ain't dancing.
The last guy that danced.
Yeah. You know I was going to say that.
Look at him.
Way to go.
Every time somebody dances.
Dude, he's trying out for Idol right now.
Every time somebody dances, coming to the ring, they always end up getting knocked out.
So you're saying he's too loose right now, too loose.
Man, it's not Riddick Bowe. He's being somebody else right now.
Sally, do you like his mindset that he's having fun as he's entering the ring? He's, you know, he's basically waiting to get bounced by Simon Cowell.
Well, I'm loving that he came in with the Philadelphia sound. Ain't no stopping us now. But you know what? When you walk in dancing, we looked at each other just now. You cannot dance when you walk. Right now, he shouldn't even hear the song.
All right, well, right now, gentlemen, that is it for us. Time to send it down to the men who will call the fight. A pair of great crooners in their own right. Barry Tompkins and Rich Murata. What do you have for us, gentlemen? Moon River?
Yeah, how do you like that? Very nice. Let's talk a little about Riddick Bowe. Everybody has been, but we may as well throw our 2 cents into.
Well, he can still dance, I'll tell you that. We saw that.
Slowly. That was the thing. Do we slow dance anymore? I don't know. And that may be what we're going to be watching tonight, too. But is it like riding a bike? Is he going to be able to do that?
Well, I think insofar as certain things are concerned, it will be like that. But, you know, the things that you have to look for here are his reflexes. If the fight should go a long time, how he reacts to that. If he, in fact, wears down or if he wears his opponent down. But Riddick Bowe knows how to fight. When he was heavyweight champion, believe me, he was one of the most skilled heavyweights that you could find. Ring generalship, learned under Eddie Futch. This guy knows how to fight.
All of that said, Billy Zumbrun is a guy who, and you get a pretty good idea when you talk to these guys, as we do every morning of the fight. Billy Zumbrun is a confident guy. He really believes he can win this fight.
Oh, yeah, and he's going to bring it to Bowe tonight. He's going to try his best. He wants to see if he can, stack up against a guy who, at least at one point, was an elite heavyweight. It's not only a test for Bowe, Zumbrun's testing himself as well.
Yeah, I actually think the first couple of minutes of this fight are going to really tell us quite a story, because I think it's going to tell us, what does Riddick Bowe have? How's he going to take this fight? Is Billy Zumbrun going to be afraid? I think there's a lot of questions that will be answered in the first couple of minutes, which are just a couple of minutes away. Let's take a look at the numbers, how these two match up with one another. And of course, Bowe at 37 years of age. Zumbrun's not a kid. He's 32. The experience factor, of course, all with Riddick Bowe. But that 280 pounds, that's the big question mark. And what is left in the tank is the other one. Here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and we welcome you to the Pechanga Resort and Casino here in Temecula, California, as we present the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Goose and Tudor Promotions in association with the Pechanga Resort and Casino. This bout coming away is sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, the chairman Chris Mears, commissioner in attendance Armando Vergara, and the executive director is Dean Loheis. Introducing to you our three judges scoring this bout from ringside: Ray Corona, Lou Filippo, David Denkin, and our referee in charge of this bout. He'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Pat Russell. All right, fans, here we go with our featured bout of the evening. 10 rounds of boxing in a heavyweight special event. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the Pechanga Resort and Casino, it's time for the best damn sports show, period, main event of the evening. Introducing to you first on my left, he is fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with silver lettering, and fighting out of Ogden, Utah. He weighed in at 228 pounds with a record of 18 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw. He has 10 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Billy the Kid Zumbrun. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks with red trim, proudly representing his home of Brooklyn, New York. He weighed in at 280 pounds even. His record stands at 41 wins, only 1 defeat, 33 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome him in his comeback trail. Here is the 1988 U.S. Olympic silver medalist and the 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, introducing a man who calls himself Sweet, 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 introducing Riddick Big Daddy Bowe. Once again, here's our referee in charge, Pat Russell, now to give instruction.
All right, there's the line right there. There's the line right there. 10 rounds, touch them up, come out the bell. Good luck.
And here are the rules in California. 10-point must system, 3 knockdown rule not in effect. No standing 8 count. I think I heard myself say this before. Save of the bell in the last round only. Referee or doctor can stop the fight. 5th round is where we go to the cards on the headbutt rule. And with that, we are set to go. How many sweets was that in his
I think
nickname?
that was 6.
6 sweets.
6 sweets. It's the first time I'd heard that one. Let's see if Bowe can take control here, Barry, right away. He's always had a great left jab, and I have the feeling that he would like this fight to not be a long fight here tonight. I don't think this is one of those nights where you think, I'd like to get a lot of rounds in.
No, I think that's exactly right, and he said that. He told that to Jay Glazer a little bit earlier, you might have heard, and he told that to us this morning. he just does not expect this fight to go the distance. And again, I think the first couple of minutes of this fight are going to answer a lot of questions for us. None have been answered in the first 30 seconds.
Bowe is very paunchy. There's no question about that. At 280, it's too heavy for him to fight at as an elite heavyweight. One thing they elected to do, he's only had a few weeks to train for this fight, so I think everybody needs to cut a little slack for Bowe here tonight because of the fact that, you know, he's not going to look like what he did 10 years ago, quite obviously. And, you know, they elected not to concentrate Barry here on weight loss for this fight. Just trying to get in some kind of fighting trim, worry about taking the weight off later.
Yeah, he said he actually had gone up as much as 320. Zumbrun showing a little bravery there, slips a shot in. First right hand thrown by Bowe, missed.
Don't hold him, Billy.
You know, in the second career of George Foreman after his long retirement, he was a much more patient, much more relaxed fighter in the ring, and Bowe might end up being the same, going that same route.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, you touched on it earlier. I mean, this was a guy that had a world of skills.
And can do a lot of things that, you know, guys with long arms, big men can't do. Fight inside, really than an uppercut inside.
Free him up, Rick. Stop! Stop! One hand behind the head. Don't turn around. Yo, don't turn around. Let's go.
It does look like there's a huge size advantage, which of course there is, but Billy Zumbrun is not a small guy. He's 6 foot tall, 220-some pounds.
I thought he would come more at Bowe, but instead he's trying to box him. Now, if he gets into a jabbing contest with Bowe, that could be pretty tough. The only guy I've seen really that could successfully jab with Bowe is Andrew Galata.
Let him go. Stop punching.
He's just a big, strong guy. And is, of course, what he's hoping carries him tonight.
His trainer is Joe Goosen, and Joe Goosen said they'd like to embark on a kind of a George Foreman-esque type comeback, fighting very often and gradually increasing the level of the opposition.
Says he wants to get a nutritionist. That's how he wants to lose the weight, not just lose the water weight.
Free him up. You don't need me. Free up those hands.
You heard the guys talking earlier. We spent a good hour with Riddick Bowe this morning, and it's like a laugh fest.
Stop the bell.
A little bit of blood from the nose of Billy Zumbrun at the end of the first round.
Time. Corners. Let's go.
Zumbrun's corner, Bose Edwards saying, go hit this guy. He's there. Go hit him.
Yeah, what he doesn't want him to do is go in and grab, because then he feels like he's playing into Bowe's hands, because Bowe's got that 280 pounds to lay on him. So just hit him and get out of there. Two fine cornermen handling each of these fighters. Bose Edwards in the corner of Zumbrun, former world champion. Joe Goosen, who has developed into one of the greatest trainers in the world, in the corner of Riddick Bowe.
Jay Glazer is in the corner of Riddick Bowe right now. You were eavesdropping between rounds, Jay. What was going on?
Oh, what his trainer was telling him to do, he said, I like the way that you're working that jab. You got his nose bloodied, but I also want you to start using that uppercut because he's ducking his head. When you use that jab, he drops his head. It's the prime opportunity for an uppercut. Also work that body more. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Jay. Very good point, too. He can connect with that uppercut. It is a good weapon of his.
Don't hold him. Punch on the side.
Bowe betrayed a little bit by a wild right there that he threw, but most of the way he's being very relaxed here, very patient, throwing the jab out and waiting for really an opening.
Good right hand from Zumbrun, probably the best punch of the fight. You saw Bowe's reaction to it.
Riddick will probably pick it up now a little bit. He doesn't want to be the guy getting hit here tonight.
Was a right hand slipped in by Bowe.
Zumbrun was involved in a tragedy in the ring a couple of years ago. He fought Brad Roan in Utah, and Roan collapsed after the first round. It was a nice combination, actually, by Zumbrun.
Yeah, it was.
Roan collapsed after the first round, not really from a pounding that he took from Zumbrun, but he actually had a heart attack, it was reported, and died. And Zumbrun, he was acting funny in the first round, and Zumbrun was even asking him during the fight, are you all right? Because he was obviously in some kind of distress. And terrible thing. And of course, Roan died, and Zumbrun has had to come back from that a little bit, which isn't the easiest.
He is a very interesting guy, Billy Zumbrun. He's got a master's degree. He works in a youth encampment in Utah as a counselor. In fact, was just promoted to coordinator.
Let him go, Riddick.
Works with 13 and 14-year-olds who have been convicted of capital crimes. Good right hand again.
Yeah, Zumbrun's doing a very nice job. He's picking his spots here, Barry. I think he's surprising Bowe by the way that he's fighting. He's kind of backing off and then coming in forward, a little trying to flurry quickly and get out. I think Bowe expected him to be right in his face, and that hasn't been the case.
This has been a very effective round for Billy Zumbrun. And his confidence will certainly grow from it. We're coming back.
Man, Billy Zumbrun got a rise out of the crowd with that right hand to the head of Riddick Bowe. A little good combination, and then Bowe went into the Bowe Funky Chicken. All right.
But Zumbrun still, all in all, I thought had a pretty good round. I thought won the round. And he's picking his spots, too, pretty well.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's not looking for big Sunday shots, just quick little combinations.
Once again. And again. And he's being very sharp, and Bowe is not blocking those punches.
Riddick's going to try to get his jab working here. Bowe is such an engaging fellow. I had a chance to sit with him for about an hour today. He was on my radio show for an hour last week taking calls from fans. And he's really still a barrel of laughs.
Yeah, he's a delightful guy. Well, Jay Glazer has made his way now to Billy Zumbrun's corner. I've got to think, Glaze, that they are pretty happy with what's going on here so far.
They're very happy with what's going on. Remember earlier today, Billy told us, you know what, I'm not sure what my plan is going to be. I want to see how his jab is, how everything is, as far as Riddick with his reactions. You know what, now he thinks he's just too quick for Riddick Bowe. That's why he's getting that right hand in there, and they're just telling him, go after that 1-2 more and more. You'll get it in there, just keep firing away.
Bowe's jab is starting to take effect here. He's landing the jab good in this round. He has yet been able to land a follow-up right hand, though.
Takes a left hand from Zumbrun and backed him off.
Bowe is rusty, let's face it. I mean, and his reflexes aren't the same. His jab is shooting out there, beginning to shoot out there pretty good. He's finding a rhythm with that jab now. And once that right hand comes behind it like it does there, then it's going to be a little trouble for Zumbrun.
In another day, that might have been a knockout punch. They caught Zumbrun leaning in that time, lunging in, actually.
Now go.
Zumbrun now faces that situation of maybe getting too brave.
Well, he's going to need to deal with Bowe's jab. And that's not an easy thing. The right hand is not sharp.
Hold that head. Let that head go. Stop. Stop punching. Don't cuff. Don't smear up. Let's go.
Little trick from Riddick, from the veteran.
Again, a nice combination from Zumbrun. He got in and he got out. Billy Zumbrun is doing nothing if not fighting an intelligent fight.
All right, hold it. Stop punching.
And he's moving, but he's not running. So that way he's not going to waste a lot of energy the way that Acelino Freitas did, for example, against Diego Ferraro.
I think he's won this round also.
Taking him down most of the round, but Zumbrun had his moments, no question. And when he'd flurry, he was pretty quick with his hands. Now, Bowe managed to get gloves on those and block most of them, but Zumbrun did have a couple of combinations.
He did.
Let those hands go, free them up.
Now Zumbrun trying to work the body here early in round 4. Scheduled for 10. Zumbrun said if I get him past 5, I feel like I've got a pretty good shot. Well, he's hanging in there. On your card, now you gave the last round to Bowe. I gave it to Zumbrun.
All right, so I got to step out. Don't hold him aside.
We're quarreling already.
That was just much ado about not much.
Right. Bowe's pretty good with those hands out in front, picking punches off.
Whoa. Watch your hands.
Again, remember,
don't tackle.
Eddie Futch was his cornerman for a long time. So basics, fundamentals, I mean, Riddick Bowe has.
All right, free up those hands. Free them up. Stop. Break.
a looping right hand that looked to me like it got there.
All right, let his head out. Let it out. Free up that hand. Go free it up.
He's trying to catch Bowe with sucker punches.
Good body shot from Bowe. And a good jab right on top of the head.
All right, stop. Don't lock those hands. Don't attack from outside. Don't bull rush.
And I thought Riddick, when he was champion and at the top, when he won the title against Holyfield, he really looked to me like he was headed for the history books, if not greatness. Well, what he achieved wasn't greatness, but it was always there. The talent was there, and I think he regrets some of the things that happened along the way. And
well, we were talking to him about that today. You know, what did you learn? Have you learned from your mistakes? What can you do to change it now that you're giving yourself a second chance? He's being outfoxed right now by Billy Zummer.
Well, his right hand just is not sharp. He's throwing the right, but he's being wild with the right.
That missed.
Free hands.
Zumbrun is getting underneath it. He's seeing the right hand coming.
Free hands. Let's go.
Oh, was a shot to the body, and it dropped Billy Zumbrun right now. And it came out of nowhere.
First effective punch outside of a jab and from the fight for Bowe, and it dropped Zumbrun. That was a great left hook to the body. And Bowe has always been able to punch to the body.
And I'm not sure that Zumbrun is fully recovered yet. Bowe tried to go right back to that shot. And Zumbrun's
Right hand, he thought he'd try something new. He missed there, but look at this. That is a tremendous left hook to the body, and Zumbrun just caved in underneath it.
huge shot. Now, Bowe feeling full of confidence. Boza Edwards in Billy Zumbrun's corner said, listen, if you're going to get knocked out fighting. Zumbrun said, yes, sir.
Bowe was incarcerated for 18 months. During that time, was not allowed to take part in any kind of boxing activities. He ballooned up to 320 pounds. So he's down to 280 from where he starts his comeback. He did have that fight with Marcus Rody last September. I think that was kind of a dress rehearsal. Now the real stuff begins.
Yeah. James Toney has joined us here. James, your thoughts as this fight goes on?
How you guys doing?
All right, how about you?
Good. What are my comments on this fight?
Yeah, what do you think so far?
I think my man Billy Zimmerman was getting some confidence. He started building it up a little bit, but then that body check I took it out of him a little bit. But you know, he's gonna get back into it. It's a pretty good fight.
Yeah, it's a better fight than, quite honestly, a lot of people thought it might be.
Oh, definitely. I thought it'd be a dragger, but you know, they both mixing up a little bit.
James, you've had some layoffs yourself that you've had to come not as long, obviously, as Bowe. But what do you see in Bowe, either positive or negative, in terms of his layoff and rustiness?
I think he's kind of rusty. You know, his weight is, obviously his weight is high. His weight should be a little lower than what it is now. But if he gets by at 9, I think he should go back to the drawing board and work on that weight, getting that weight down to where it should be.
Starting to work that jab with more effectiveness. Yeah.
He's still got the jab, James.
Got an excellent jab, but the guy's not moving. The guy's in front of him. But if he gets able to move, somebody who obviously moves, and he got trouble, he'll be trouble for him.
That's James Toney, and he has been with us and will continue to be with us for the remainder of the night.
Oh, you see that?
Nice shot there.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Is he really hurt or is he playing? He may be hurt.
I didn't think so at first.
I didn't either.
Right back to the jab. That's the fundamental thing for Bowe tonight.
No, they don't. As you see right there, Riddick Bowe had a mental breakdown for a second. It almost cost him.
Yeah, it did. He's back now, though.
Excellent jab. He's always had an excellent jab. Even back in the young days, his jab was his key weapon.
And again, Zumbrun sends him into the ropes. And now Zumbrun trying to put him away. And this time, Bowe is in big trouble at the bell.
Riddick is going to have to shake out the cobwebs, and Joe Goosen will do the talking to him in the corner.
I guess that answers our question of was he hurt the first time?
Well, if he wasn't the first time, he definitely was the second.
Oh my God!
Zumbrun chasing him into the corner. He sensed it. Now there, you see that one, that uppercut that got through the gloves. Bo's taking a beating up there against the ropes. He did not go down, but he was trapped in that corner.
911.
That's a whooping.
There was no knockdown, but I scored that round 10-8 for Zumbrun. The bell is rung. Joe Goosen's still in the corner. Well, we can see now what kind of recovery skills Riddick Bowe might retain.
This is probably the most critical time in his career right now. And he takes a shot immediately. And his legs are starting to betray him right now.
All right, I got to stop. Don't punch him. Don't punch him. Don't punch him. Step up.
Jack Russell taking a long look. Zumbrun showed good patience there. He's not getting careless.
Riddick Bowe, I'll tell you, he's a courageous fighter. He's always shown that. I mean, I've seen him in trouble before. Evander Holyfield decked him in the 6th round of their last fight. And Bowe came back. He survived it. It was a hard knockdown, but he came back, survived it. And of course, in the fight with Galata, everything was breaking loose in that fight, and Bowe was hanging in there until Galata got disqualified, although he was losing. So he's not a quitter at any point. Has he ever showed that in the ring? He's a warrior.
Well, he's going to have to muster everything he's ever had right now. Working the jab, keeping Zumbrun off him. That's the ticket for him.
Whoa, step out.
Looks to me like Zumbrun can see those rights coming every time.
Jay Glazer in Bowe's corner. There's got to be a little bit of panic going on now, Glaze.
Guys, you want to know when he was stunned first time, second time. They said, no, he was buzzing after that first shot. Riddick was hurt. Remember also, guys, before the match, Billy told us he just wanted to get Riddick to the 5th round, and he thought it would get a lot easier after that. Certainly playing into his fight plan.
Absolutely, no question about it. He came in here with an idea, and he's really executed the idea. But now he's still got a ways to go, and he's in there with a guy who's been around the track a few times. That right hand got there. That one landed on the top of the head.
Well, he got some of his glove up defensively, so he was able to take some of the power away from Bowe in that one.
Zumbrun came back with a combination of his own, but there's the Bowe jab.
Outside of that left hook, there's the right got home.
Yeah, it got home, but it was
Top of the head.
really telegraphed, though. Up again, does Zumbrun. Very close round, this 6th round.
Bowe trying to go back to winning the fight with the jab.
Final 10 seconds. Bowe do a little more offensively here.
I got to stop. Don't punch. Step back. Position for the bell.
End of 6. Talking to Rich Murata. We're here at the Pechanga Resort and Casino in Temecula. Comeback of Riddick Bowe, and the guy who's standing in his way, Billy Zumbrun, doing everything he can. Right now, I have this a dead even fight.
Well, I have Bowe 2 points out in front. I gave Bowe the last round based on his jab, which he's been working on. Unfortunately for Bowe, that's the only thing that's really been working for him in the fight. His right hand, his timing is way off with his right, but his jab is very good.
You know, we thought perhaps that Riddick Bowe might start to tire at this point, and quite honestly, Rich, it looks to me like Billy Zumbrun is every bit as tired as Riddick Bowe.
And you know, Bowe has not fought at a fast pace. He's doing that George Foreman thing we talked about, fighting at a very relaxed, very patient fight. So in case he gets into the later rounds, he still retains something.
Step back. Don't throw a shoulder and pull inside. Let's go.
Now Bowe, I think, can win this fight with the jab alone, but he can't beat better fighters with the jab alone.
trying to go to the body.
All right, Riddick, don't hit that side of that head. Stop that. No. I know. Both of you. Don't do that, Chip. Let's go.
This is the 7th round, halfway point. Pace is slowed in this round.
There for the first time, Bowe was jabbing to the body, then tried to bring the jab up to the head.
Which is what Joe Goosen wanted him to do.
See, that stopped Zumbrun right in his tracks, that jab. Again, it's difficult to launch an offensive arsenal when you got that jab in your face. The crowd is reacting, of course, to every punch Zumbrun is landing. And I'll tell you, if there's no crowd more fickle than a fight crowd. They came in standing ovation for Bowe. When Zumbrun, the underdog, landed that heavy stuff 2 rounds ago, they were all up and cheering for him.
Yeah,
all right,
they love an underdog.
Watch your head. What do we got here? What do we got? Watch your head. Doc, right there, stop.
Not quite sure what
got
happened.
an elbow on the head, no cut. Let's go.
There's that left hand by Zumbrun again. This round is right there for the taking for either guy, I think.
I don't think Riddick Bowe has landed more than 2 or 3 right hands tonight to the head.
That's true. 2 of them came in that last round.
All right, let his head go. Let it go, Billy. Let those hands go. Stop. Stop. Don't punch. Step back. Let's go. Listen for the bell.
The last 10 seconds of what has been a very slow round. And again, he staggers Bowe. Come to round number 8, and I know Riddick Bowe didn't want to be here at this point.
No, he was hoping that it would not be too long, to quote him.
Yes.
He truly expected this fight to not go the distance. He said one thing he's got to get back is his swagger. I don't think he'll be swaggering there.
No, he won't be swaggering.
Whoa, 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 stop, 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 Billy.
In fact, I think if he wins it, he'll be relieved.
Let's go.
There's a good right hand.
Stop, stop.
And Zumbrun holds on.
Step back. Step back. No more on this. I'll toss you a point. Let's go.
Bowe's starting to measure Zumbrun now.
It'll all set up with the jab, though. Still, he's having trouble getting that right hand home. If he does, it's going to spell real trouble for Zumbrun. He's feeling the punches. He's feeling the power of Bowe.
Yeah, he is. And Bowe's starting to get a little more into punching range, getting in a little more close quarters.
1 point for the shoulder.
Well, they took a point away from Zumbrun. Very costly, I think, at this juncture of the fight. Very costly.
Yeah, I thought we have a fairly close fight here. And that was for utilizing the shoulder against Bowe, who's still trying to get that right. And even at this stage, as Zumbrun's legs are beginning to go here a little bit, he's still able to get at least a partial block of those right hands.
Jay Glazer in the corner of Billy Zumbrun. Is there concern there, Glazer?
Actually, interesting, guys. I talked to Cornelius Bozer-Edwards, a former champ himself, who's Billy's trainer, and he said, hey, we don't fear anything from Riddick. I'm telling him, go in there and let loose. Go after him because there's nothing to fear in Riddick right now. He gets back in the ring, obviously, and he starts getting shaken up a little bit by Riddick Bowe. Back to you.
That's easy for Bozer-Edwards to say it, and he's standing 25 feet away. I think Bowe's power is starting to tell a little bit here.
So do I, and even though there are not a lot of punches from Bowe, they accumulate.
The crowd is naturally going to react to all of Zumbrun's punches. So far, I think this round has belonged to Riddick Bowe. Plus, Zumbrun had a point taken away. So remember, if Bowe wins a round, it's a 10-8 round. Double jab, then a miss with the right hand.
So Riddick Bowe here is basically just going back to his basics. And what are the basics? Well, you start with what? The jab. It all flows off the jab. Well, nothing else really is flowing off the jab for Bowe. But that's enough to get him by tonight, it looks like.
Yeah, I agree with you. And Zumbrun tries to open up at the end of the round, but not enough.
And watch how the uppercut of Bowe works. Look at that face shake of Billy Zumbrun. He may not be landing the right hands from long range, but that he felt that one, Zumbrun did for sure.
Not for the faint of heart, is it? Round 9. And it still could come down to these final 2 rounds.
This is the first step of what Bowe and his trainer Joe Goosen know is a long haul.
Again, that right hand. And Bowe kind of fell into the ropes as opposed to being powered into the ropes. Well, Bowe told us he boxed 8 rounds just the other day, so he's needed them. And I have to say, he doesn't look any more gassed than he did in the second or third round.
He's fighting at that relaxed pace. He looks like he can go some more. But
I got to step out. Break. Now go.
It's a smart pace that Bowe's had. And I think Zumbert, for his point, has fought a smart fight. Maybe the unexpected fight. But right there, when he's in jabbing range, it's difficult.
Yeah, I think Zumbert is tired. I think he's been tired for the last couple of rounds.
Let that head go.
You talked about his legs, and I think that's exactly the problem for him right now. The left hand again. He's got to keep letting it go, though.
Bowe waved him in, and Zumbert said, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Bowe has been able to double up on the jab. You've seen it twice there in this round. Riddick asked him, you know, what's the toughest thing about it? And he goes, it's the training, man. He goes, I kind of forgot how hard this is. And he goes, frankly, the running, getting back out there on the road and running.
Yeah, he said that was the hardest thing to get back to. He was never the dedicated,
the consummate trainer. Well, he had an epic 3-fight trilogy with Evander Holyfield, and those two guys, I think, are going to go into the history books as kind of linked to each other.
I think so.
You know, Zale and Graziano, Ali Frazier, Bowe and Holyfield.
Yeah, it speaks to that old adage of great fights make great fighters. Final 10 seconds of round 9. Crowd reacts to Zumbert again, but I think Bowe did enough.
Now look, this guy's going to go for Bowe. This is the last round here, Elon. Yeah, this is the last one. Look at me. Listen to me. Don't sit on the ropes. You saw what happened 10 seconds left again? Exactly. Don't let that happen. Okay? Keep him backed up the whole time. When you're backing him up, you can't throw a flurry like that. Okay? Now look.
Riddick, last round. Touch him up before we go out, okay?
We're good to go. That's it. All good. Thanks, Pat. Hey, you got to get that body. You got to use your hook once in a while. Catch him with the hook, will knock him out. Okay, but don't do anything stupid just because I said throw a hook. But look for it a little bit if you see the opening. The key, obviously, is that jab. You got to work more this round, though. This round's your last round. You got to turn it up. You hear me? You hear me? You got to get.
Joe Goosen's very calm in that corner. He told him right away, look, he's going to unload everything on you in this round.
And he wants him to back him up. Can't throw punches backing up.
Riddick, come on out. Give me a glove. Good fight, fellas. Let's go.
10th and final round, and a much more of an action fight than I think many people here anticipate.
I think it's gone about 7 rounds more than Bowe anticipated.
Yes. Now, one thing to keep in mind, Billy Zumbert has 2 knockouts in the 10th round. He beat Buster Douglas's brother with a 10th round knockout. Here it comes.
I think just what Goosen told Bowe to expect.
And on his head. Don't punch.
Come out going for it.
Don't punch. Step out.
He doesn't want Bowe on those ropes, though. He wants Bowe backing Zumbert up. Doesn't feel that he's got the jab out there that Zumbert can do anything. It's been hard work for Riddick tonight. And those who were expecting a walk in the park were sadly mistaken.
Pretty good right hand right there by Zumbrun.
All right, whoa, stop. Stop, don't hit him. Step back, watch your hips. Now go.
I have Bowe well ahead. I feel that Zumbrun needs something really dramatic here.
I have Bowe ahead only by a point.
I don't know how he snuck that in there. His head was right on Bowe's chest.
One minute remaining. See if there's any dramatics in Billy Zumbrun. Left hand got him going backward, and Bowe ties him up.
Well, Riddick's going to have to stand back and assess things after this one.
Again, he drives Bowe into the ropes.
What Riddick Bowe got tonight was a guy who didn't come to dance, was a guy who didn't come to fall down, but who came to fight.
Yes, which he said he was going to do, and he has. Last 10 seconds. And Zumbrun finishing it with a flourish, and the question now, is it enough?
Zumbrun bowing to all four corners. He feels very good about the way things went. Riddick Bowe taking a slow walk around the ring. If Bowe is awarded the decision, I have a feeling the crowd will boo.
Probably, although I don't think you could really argue with it. I have the fight even, but I might have been a little bit generous for Zumbrun early in the fight. So it's in the hands of the judges, something Riddick Bowe did not want, but that's what he got. He, you, all of us will wait for the decision and get it on the other side of this. Last damn heavyweight comeback is in the books. Let's find out who won it. Here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action, we have a split decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Ray Corona scores the bout 95 to 93 in favor of Billy Zumbrun. Judge at ringside, Lou Filippo scores the bout 96 to 92 in favor of Riddick Bowe. And judge at ringside, David Denkin scores the bout 96 to 92 in favor of the winner, Riddick Big Daddy Bowe.
Well, it was everything that we honestly didn't expect. A split decision, mixed reviews from the judges, and as you can hear, mixed reviews from the fans.
Well, Barry, I had it 95-92, so I think the decision was just. I more or less went along with the judges on that one, but I think the crowd was really in there for that underdog tonight.
Jay Glazer is with the winner and I believe with the loser. Jay?
All right, thanks, guys. I'm here with Riddick Bowe. Riddick, you heard the crowd's reaction. Where did you see the fight toward the end? Did you think you were behind on the scorecards?
No, not at all. You know, I used my jab. After my jabs were pulled it out, he was fighting his first, maybe at the end of the round. How can you win the fight when you don't work in the last 30 seconds?
What gave you the most problems? Obviously, you had the long left. Where did you struggle most?
Well, I think with my jab. My jab is what did it, and he had no answer for it.
All right, what's next for him? You guys know what's going on next for Riddick Bowe. Where's the next step?
I'm going to give you it from my perspective, training. We had 3 weeks for this fight, less than 3 weeks. We had 1 week of sparring. Give me 6 weeks with Riddick Bowe, and you'll see an entirely different person. I thought he won the fight based on his jab and backing up. Billy, you can have your say in a minute.
You can't take nothing away from Billy.
Yeah.
Billy fought his heart out for a long time, man. That was the best fight I had.
Billy, what do you think? Billy, what do you think of the decision?
Hey, you know what? He's the ex-champion. I got to fight, come to fight. You have 2 times. In the first couple rounds, I took a knee. So, hey, I want a rematch. Do it again.
All right, there could be a rematch, could not. Guys, back to you.
Well, and you can see the mutual respect from these two with good reason. Billy Zumbrun, I thought, came here with an idea and really executed his ideas about as well as he could.
Yeah, and you know, both fighters, I think, executed what they were going to do. You know, for Bowe, the thing is, though, the jab is what he executed well, and the other stuff, you know, it wasn't really there. But with timing, as Joe Goosen said, with more training in the gym, it'll get better.
Jab won the fight for him. Billy Zumbrun wants him again. Maybe he'll get him. Who knows? Chris and the guys coming back after this.
The Pechanga Resort and Casino, where a controversial split decision goes in the favor of Riddick Bowe over Billy Zumbrun. Started out slow, James Lights Out Tony, in the first round, but Zumbrun with a nice connection. And look at the chicken dance by Riddick Bowe.
Well, I can tell you, Billy, come on, jumped on Riddick Bowe. He could have won this fight easy. He could have really won this fight.
And then in the fifth round, Bowe literally gets turned into a human bobblehead here toward the end of the round. Sal, he was pretty much saved by the bell there.
He was saved by the bell, and I'm going to tell you, I picked Billy, and I don't know, these are the same guys that must be judging, are the same guys working for the Major League Baseball.
And hey, without a doubt, though, Billy Zumbrun threw the best combinations of the night. Bowe barely threw any. It was his jab that won him the fight, James Toney, correct?
I think Riddick Bowe's jab was good for the first 5 rounds, but he got tired. He started dropping, and Billy didn't have to win the fight.
So Riddick Bowe now improves to 42-1 overall in 10 seconds, James Toney. Impressive by Riddick Bowe or not?
Riddick needs to go back to the institution.
Wow, Sal?
You know what? In less than 10 seconds, Riddick Bowe lost this fight.
Well, that's not the way the judges saw it. A split decision in favor of Riddick Bowe. We are going to put a nice little bow on this evening at Pechanga Resort and Casino. Riddick Bowe, your winner over Billy Zumbrun. We are back to wrap it up after this. His split decision victory over Billy Zumbrun. Well, Riddick 42-1. Certainly not the skills of a former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, but is he a legit contender within 6 months, a year, James Toney?
Well, I think what he has to do is think about the drawing board, look at this film, and correct the mistakes, and get himself in better shape.
I think the blind boys from Mississippi that won a Grammy, also the referees, too bad.
This is part of the love-hate relationship you have with the sport.
I love this sport, definitely. But I really do hate that, you know, in any other sport, you get to see the points and you know who won. This is the only time that is hidden.
Hey, James Toney, best of luck later this month against John Ruiz as you fight him for the WBA Heavyweight Championship of the World. Great job, and you always look great, man. Nice tie, good suit.
D-block, baby.
Hey, it was a lot of fun tonight. We had all sorts of characters on board. Andre Ward improved to 3-0 with his third-round DQ win over Roy Ashworth. And then, of course, the big man, Riddick Bowe. He struggled at times. He took some serious shots. Yeah, he came into the ring singing "Ain't No Stopping Us Now," but they almost played taps on his career this evening.